Take a group of skilled artists, provoke them with challenges that normally would take weeks to finish, and give them only a few hours to paint. This is The Outstanding Artist. For the past 2 seasons, we've invited creatives from around the world to our studio to compete in painting challenges designed to test their artistic skills, determination, and creativity. We're back for a 3rd season, and this year, we're turning up the heat. We've selected 13 artists to compete on the beautiful island of Spetses in Greece. There will be breakthroughs, broken hearts, and incredible artwork. Each artist is a professional in her own right, but only one can win.
Who will be the outstanding artist? Let's go welcome these artists. Welcome to your home.
It's like a dream comes true. You to be here on my island.
Welcome.
I am incredibly nervous right now, but I'm also excited.
Thank you. Oh.
Welcome.
If you come in with a mindset that you're not gonna win, you can stay home.
Welcome, Bree.
Hey, good to see you.
I do have a good chance to win. You have to have faith in yourself, otherwise you probably wouldn't join the competition, right?
My phone rang and I looked and it was Ellie and she said, hello, any chance you could be here by 4:30 tomorrow afternoon? And I was like, what? Yay.
You made it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm in it to win it, you know?
Tanya.
So happy.
I think it's just an opportunity that maybe come once in a lifetime, so I just had to take it. Yeah.
Welcome to the beautiful island of Spetses, everyone.
Oh yes, I'm a very competitive person.
You can't judge a book by its cover, and everyone has a story.
How are you guys feeling? You excited? Yeah! All right, well, it's time for you guys to meet the judges. So let's go.
I know all these people really well.
Sabrina!
I kind of know their weaknesses, I know their strengths, I know what could throw them off, I know what they struggle with.
We've counted back and we've sold over 10,000 pieces of art. I can dissect a painting quickly because of all the years of painting experience and finding out what sells or what doesn't. I've worked with so many galleries that tell us the do's and don'ts.
It's such a huge passion of mine to see artists come alive in their own voice and just be able to live their dreams. I think you're all such incredible artists, and each of you are here for a reason.
You guys have some tough challenges ahead, but we totally believe in you, and one of you is going to be the outstanding artist.
Remember, gather up your inspiration and just have the best time ever. And just, this is what you're made for.
I'm a little bit nervous about Ellie. John, not that much for now, but maybe that will change in like a few days, so I don't know.
All right, well, let's go back to the hotel now.
Finally, I made it. I took the next flight, the domestic flight from my city to Delhi, and came and delivered the passport at midnight. So yeah, it was one hell of a journey.
We've arrived at the resort, and it's time to show the artist where they'll be staying for the next month. Come on in, artists.
Oh, wow.
I love Greece. I was just here for the first time last year, and I fell completely in love. I kind of feel like I already won just by getting to visit again because I've wanted this so badly this year.
I love the hotel.
It's just stunning. Like everything here is gorgeous, and the food is just top-notch. I haven't eaten like that like in my life, honestly.
I love California, but this is way more beautiful, so I'm loving the slow pace.
Now that you've all had some time to settle in, I want to give you an official welcome to the outstanding artist.
It was weird at the start. I see the names and only girls. Why? We need a man.
Actually, I miss a little bit of male energy as well because I think women and men are equal, so I actually miss the man energy as well. So I like to have it more like a balance.
So you've had some time to connect with each other, but nothing brings people together better than art.
I don't know, I think it will just have a very different vibe compared to when there's a guy who's trying to impress the women or anything like that. I think that once you're with a group of women, they just empower each other. There will be a little bit of competition and some girls can get a little bitchy, but I don't see that happen very soon.
So what we want you to do for your first activity is to paint your name on your overalls. Don't worry, this challenge isn't going to be judged. It won't be scored. We just want you to have fun.
I come from a place where everything revolves around your family and you just live for them. As my daughters grew up, I felt the need to just teach them to be themselves and just follow their passion. And I started painting again. I found Milan Art Institute online and I enrolled for the program just with a leap of faith. It's been an incredible journey since I started following my passion, my dream, and I couldn't have done it without the Institute for sure.
I lived with the Milan family for 1 year in America, so that was like a great challenge for me, and just to discover if I could even paint, and they just taught me everything. So yeah, that was an amazing experience.
These opportunities, a lot of times I let them go. I feel this is a way for me to challenge myself and to really see what I'm capable of, and to look that fear in the face and say, you know, I'm not afraid of you anymore.
I have been obsessed with the Milans for a long time. I found Dimitra's work on Instagram, fell in love with it. Through that, found out that they did the mastery program, did the mastery program, was obsessed with it, told 1 million people to do it. And then when I was emailed and asked to be on the show, I thought it was a dream come true.
I said yes, without thinking. When things come to you on your path, sometimes you just can't say no. You have to grab it and just go for it, even if you feel the fear.
I didn't tell anybody this, but I went to the ER like a month ago because I was having stroke symptoms. They're like, yep, it's caused by like stress. And I was like so embarrassed to tell people about it. I have so many people counting on me, and I didn't want people to think I couldn't do this, because this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've wanted forever.
Originally like a professional dancer, I've been dancing since I was 2 years old. Through the mastery program, I've been like really rediscovering myself in new ways. Just now like really trying to discover how I can combine my dancing and my other passions as far as gymnastics and archery and martial arts, all into my painting.
There's usually somebody, like a divine power, painting through me and talking to me about the things that I've experienced and why I've experienced them. And I get so much healing through that. And so it's really been amazing to see exactly like how my art speaks to me.
I think it was always in my art to be an artist. And yeah, when I took the program, it just changed all my life.
Really worked on my confidence over the years. I was very insecure, you know, as a kid, and like very anxious. And it's something I've worked on so much that now I can come into things confident and like know how to deal with fear and anxiety. I think that's a good strength to have in these situations, or it could take you out.
I just finished the mastery program, so I feel like very, yeah, small fry around here. So.
House situation was not always stable. So making art was one of my safe spots. So it was the way to escape the surroundings and all the rough things that were going on. So drawing for me or painting now is more, is also a part of still healing.
To win, it must be a God's will. And it could be a clear sign that art is my destiny.
I think the contestants are all equally skilled and passionate about what they do, so I'm really excited. It is going to be a serious competition. There is a whole range of temperaments and personalities. I think it's going to be extremely competitive as, you know, we start to see eliminations.
Whoa, Bree, that's cool. Wow, some of these look really good. Okay, you guys have 10 seconds left. I wish we could let you paint on them forever, but only 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Brushes down, markers down. Good job, everyone.
I've been underestimated my whole life.
Gosh, I can get easily triggered by like being insecure.
I think anybody could be the villain in this show, frankly.
Like you have the wind under your wings sometimes, and that's how I feel at the moment.
I'm just very curious to see who's going to like drop out first and who's going to maybe surprise me.
I watched the first 2 seasons of The Outstanding Artist and thought, oh, I'd love to do something like this. So the fact that I'm here doing it is mind-blowing.
A lot of times I felt guided. You call it luck or fate or whatever, but yeah, I feel lucky.
Do I think I'm gonna win? Yeah, of course. Why not?
I'm just so excited to be here, getting to know all the artists.
I'm trying to be calm. It's my first time that I'm doing all this. And it's just a little weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely give it everything I've got. So,
In 40 years of my life, this is the first time I'm out of the house all by myself for a month. So it's like huge for me. Yeah.
Being young, depending on what kind of challenges, if they're a little more physical or something, I could probably be a little more limber and maybe a little more energized and awake.
You've come from all corners of the earth for this challenge. Some of you with ease and some of you with hardship. But every single one of you is here to compete. And now, the adventure is officially about to begin. So let me explain your very first challenge. Greece is a place where legends are born. It's a land rich with history, mythology, and some say the divine. So it's only fitting that your very first challenge on The Outstanding Artist is to paint a painting that depicts one of the gods of Olympus. So you will have until tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. to create a source for this painting. And in this urn right here in my hands is your fate. Ominous. Your challenge is to capture the essence of the god that you receive. So let the fates decide.
Hating.
I got Poseidon.
Athena.
Apollo.
Demeter?
Ooh.
Dionysus.
Aphrodite.
Hephaestus.
That's gonna be tough.
Hera.
Artemis. Hermes.
Zeus.
Ooh.
Ares.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That can be tough though.
I know. I feel like who is definitely more driven and very competitive is Tirana.
You know, Tirana's my roommate, so I know how focused she is. She's very, very focused.
I think Melissa has a very strong looking work. It's not so much about attitude.
Jessie, I bought one of her paintings. Like, I think her art's amazing.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think my biggest threat's Jessie. Girl's got mad skills.
I would say Jessie because we kind of have like the same, not the same style, but we use like a lot of colorful, theme, and we paint both portraits. So, but I don't see her as a competition. I'm really competing with myself here, and I think, yeah. It really depends on what the judges want to see. So if they want like bright and fluorescent colors, of course they're gonna love Jessie.
I did overhear her say my name, and I just felt proud.
The guy that owns the gallery where I work was looking at her Instagram and he went, oh, he was like, she's good. And I was like, that's not helping me right now. You're meant to say, no, you're amazing.
Welcome to the first challenge of the Outstanding Artist. Artists, are you ready? Yeah! You have 4 hours to complete this challenge. I know all of you are gonna do amazing, but unfortunately, one of you will be eliminated, so keep that in mind and do your very best. Have fun, and let's get started. So your challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
Jessie has such a way of creating art in a bold, vibrant way with emotion and power, and she's done so many outdoor events. She has a lot of strengths. I'm not even sure if there are any weaknesses.
I think that Bree needs to really go for it and really express herself.
Still trying to find my weaknesses, I guess. Yeah. Ritika hasn't painted in a while, so I'm a little bit worried for her coming into this.
Doubting myself that will I be able to do it, or yeah.
With Naomi, I've only seen her do female portraits and figures, so I really would like to see her stretch herself to paint other subject matters.
Okay, this is very interesting. Jessie, super colorful as always. "13 artists from all over the world coming together to compete, not just against each other, but against yourself. All of you are highly skilled, but only one of you will be the outstanding artist."
I know. I know what you're doing.
I was really in the flow, and even in the heat, I was enjoying myself. I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be here.
It was good to know what we can expect, how it is to paint with cameras around you, with the time. It was kind of nerve-wracking and intense because of the heat.
All right, Jessie, how are you feeling so far?
I'm actually feeling really good.
So what is the essence that you're trying to capture with Zeus?
For me, it's like power and energy, like God.
Thank you. Can't wait to see how it turns out.
Me too. I I feel like my greatest strengths are having developed a style that's unique to myself and like colors that are unique to myself. I also think I have good drawing skills, and so that's a good strength for me to have in this competition.
All right, Tarana, how are you feeling?
Very good, thank you.
Tell me about your process. What's going on here?
So I'm creating a team around Hades, so life and death. So I start now with first a drawing, and afterwards I start with the background, and now drawing something with white on it.
Okay. Do you feel prepared for this challenge?
Yes, I'm very, very happy with my what I picked. At first I was like, oh my God, nobody wants this one. And after a while, it really grew on me. I'm very happy to make it. It helps that I use a lot of different variety of brushes, and I know my colors, so the colors I normally use. But of course I have my gaps as well. I'm very anxious about being creative on the spot. That's something I'm a little bit worried about. Oh yeah.
All right, Ava, how are you feeling?
Hi, I'm fine. I'm super excited. What about you?
I'm feeling good. It's fun watching you guys create this.
Thank you so much.
Is this sort of going according to your expectations?
Yes, I think I'm going good. I'm trying to fix my proportion. So, sorry.
That's good.
And it goes nice. I'm happy with this until now.
Okay. All right. And so, how does this fit with like something that you would typically paint?
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit at all. It's like a crazy source, but I like challenges, so I'm into it. I think that I'm adaptable. I love to try new things. I'm really bored to do all the time the same things, and that is the reason why my artworks are so different. I don't want to create all the time the same things, so I think that could be a strength of me.
Feeling a little bit more relaxed than I thought I would.
That's good.
It's nice.
So what percentage of the way done would you say you are?
25.
That's good. Well, you're right on track then. So how does this subject matter fit with what you typically like to paint?
Well, he was cast from Olympia due to a deformity, and because he was perceived like physically as not adequate. And all of my work revolves around celebrating what makes us unique and celebrating different body types. So I'm really happy with the God that I got. I've had a lot of health problems. I had a double mastectomy when I was 26, and that's been a subject of my paintings a lot, and that's moved people who have been through something similar and they've managed to find healing through that. People that have been affected by cancer, scars from surgery, or just in general unhappy with their bodies, and I've been able to help in some way.
How are you feeling, Tanya?
Pumped.
Pumped, yeah. You're doing great. Quick start.
Yep.
Yeah, tell me about your painting.
So I've got Dionysus, and he's all about revelry and ritual and revelry. So, yeah.
Do you feel like at a disadvantage at all because you don't have art supplies with you?
Definitely, yeah. But I still like that challenge, like to me it's like, in a sense it can be helpful because your parameters are more narrow, and so you kind of just have to think, how can I do this with what is available? I have been making art for about 20 years, and I had some gaps in what I was trying to learn. So the Milan program came along and I went for it, and it was great, and I've just finished it this year.
I think I will be judging based on skill and execution and how well they command the elements of art, and I'm also going to balance that with personal expression. How true did they stay to their own voice?
Do you feel the energy?
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
Did you sleep well last night?
No, I did not. I went to bed at roughly 1:30, making a source and, checking into my son, who is daytime there at the time. So I slept for probably about 4.5 hours.
Do you think about your son back home while you're painting?
Absolutely, 100%. Hera is actually the goddess of women, marriage, family, and childbirth. So very, very appropriate.
Do you feel like you're the best one out here?
I do not feel like I'm the best one out here, but maybe second or third. Really, the ultimate message in my artwork is the power of transformation, especially with regards to things that may happen to us or decisions that we make in the past that maybe we find that we've learned from. That's where we really start to see what other possibilities there are in our lives. We have like this greater capacity to affect change in the world.
Do you feel like you're having to make any sort of sacrifices to your normal style right now?
To my style? No.
Or process?
No, I just am fine.
Yeah. Is the sun playing a big factor?
Yeah, I'm cooking.
How do you feel about this painting?
I feel very good. I was very happy to get Athena because she's a warrior goddess. She defends the weak. I guess you could say I'm pretty grounded. Having been through so much and overcoming until now, I think that has helped me prepare also in a way for this challenge, for this, really big challenge coming ahead. I hope it has.
So you're already in oils, Melissa?
Yes. Yeah, I feel like the acrylics are drying so extremely fast. I'm normally also an oil painter, so I felt like just go ahead with the oils and I'll make it work.
So for someone who doesn't understand, what are some of the difficulties that come with painting alla prima in oils?
You have to watch for making it muddy. Like it easily gets muddy and you want to have fresh colors and have it all just vibrant. So with oils and alla prima, it gets muddy quite fast. So just watch out for that.
How is it painting in the sun?
Oh, extremely hot. Everything's drying like so fast. And I don't like that at all. I think that my strengths are definitely in oil. When I get the chance to maybe use a source, create something that's a little bit realistic, maybe a subject like a human or an animal. But once I have a source, I'll be fine. Yeah.
So, Nicolette, tell me about your painting.
Yeah, I'm painting Aphrodite. I was very happy that I got her because I love her. Yes, it's the goddess of like sensuality and love and seduction, but I think not in a bad way. Maybe sometimes she has kind of a bad name, but I love her. I love the whole, of course, I always paint women and feminine things, so it goes really well with me. I can feel my way through a painting better and better, so that's also a part of my process. And especially the last months, I was able to step back from my art and feeling what the next decision is. But maybe that's also a weakness because now I don't have time for it.
You want to see life in the painting, you want to see a balance of color.
I feel behind, but...
You feel behind? Why is that?
I just feel like I'm not as far as I'd like to be.
What do you think you need to do in order to pull this through?
Stop talking to you?
The truth.
Just kidding.
Do you feel the pressure?
Yes. Trust and confidence in the process, for sure. And like having like fun, adapting and trying new things. I think those are just my strengths. Just being confident with it and going with it.
A little bit nervous. I definitely feeling like a little bit behind. I'm trying really hard like not to overwork. It's definitely a little bit different, but we're going with the flow and we're gonna see what happens. And like I think at the end of this, like I'll know like I've done my best, and that's kind of where we're at. So
I think your painting looks really good, though. I will say, in the very beginning, I was a little bit worried, but it is coming together.
looks crazy, but I don't know. I'm kind of a fan. So I was also nervous, so don't worry.
But my art is like very vibrant and colorful, and it tells a story. I kind of like to paint sort of like an escape for people, and to be able to kind of step out of reality and to step into something beautiful.
The acrylics aren't working?
I'm getting nervous now because it's less time and all the materials are just behaving very differently. So the acrylics were drying, the inks were like just coming off, and now oils are like just too oily. So just I'm getting nervous about completing it now.
What do you think you have to do in order to secure a win?
I just have to keep putting my best. So yeah, and I'll do that.
Okay. Well, I like your colors. I think the colors, even though they're behaving differently than what you're expecting, it's still turning out great.
Did kind of break a lot of rules by, just following my dream, because I wanted to show my daughters that you have to stand up for yourself, you have to speak for yourself, and you have to follow your dreams. And I know that being a parent, that it's not what you speak that you teach your kids, it's what you do that you teach your kids. So that's what inspired me.
All right, Tanya, so I heard that you were having a hard time this morning, or actually last night, coming up with your source. How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling good. That's funny because I know nothing about mythologic thing and things like that, but I did a lot of research and I found out she's the goddess of agriculture. So I wanted to represent that with a little bird on her shoulder and wheat here and a bread. And yeah, I think it's coming together slowly, but yeah.
What do you think your odds are of winning this first challenge?
I would say I'm feeling pretty confident, but I don't want to sound but yeah, I'm feeling confident, yeah. My artwork is really colorful. I love doing all of crazy marks. I love pink a lot, so there is a lot of contrast in my work. And I do portraits mostly, so it's like an abstract background with portrait on top. And I love also adding some words in my work just to, get the message out, and yeah.
I'll be judging each painting based on how creative the artist was, taking what Jake has told them for the concept of that challenge. I'll also be judging based on how sellable it is, because I think when you have a really sellable piece of work, that's going to really appeal to a lot of people.
All right, artists, you've all done amazing so far, but you only have 5 minutes left to finish your paintings. Use it wisely. I recommend you don't make any super bold moves unless that's just the type of person that you are. In which case, do it. 13 artists competing in some of the most difficult circumstances, scorching sun. I'm seeing some sunburns like I haven't seen in a long time. This is what it means to be the outstanding artist. You can paint in any circumstance. Sometimes you even have to sacrifice in order to make the best painting. On a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is this challenge compared to what you guys have faced before?
10.
10 out of 10. You have 3 minutes left. Less than 3 minutes. No, I'm not.
No, you're joking.
I'm seriously not joking. You have 10 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down. Now, seriously, all jokes aside, I want to congratulate every single one of you. This was not an easy challenge. The sun is very intense. It is hot. You guys had very difficult circumstances, but every single one of you persevered, and you guys all made it really difficult for the judges. I don't know which one's gonna go. It's very tough, but you all should be very proud of yourselves.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you.
I'd say a little more thick paint, a little more refinement, and it's a lot of transparents. And then the darks and lights they're working okay for me.
Oh, I thought I could get more detail in at the end. I thought I could like get it a little more refined than I did, but I think it's good enough to get through to the next round.
This one really came along. I mean, there was times where it was my least favorite, and now it's definitely not. I think she really got looser. Seemed like she was stuck for a while, and I think she pulled it off.
Came out better than I thought it would be in 4 hours, but I think if I had like more hours, I could make it an even better piece, but of course that's not the challenge. So in 4 hours, I'm very happy with it.
This is one of my top favorites, for sure.
One of my top favorites.
Yeah. I think she strategically planned this in the best way, and she used her strengths for this challenge.
Do you think, though, she's beating us over the head too much? Do you like "This is war" on his chest?
Okay, that one area I wish was more faded.
Yeah.
But I like the message there. I just wish it was kind of something you discovered up close.
Yeah.
It's a decent piece. It was out of my comfort zone, but I like it.
Really stands out from far away.
Yeah,
And
it does.
There's a lot of life to it.
This eye is like not attached to that head. I mean,
Just this part.
it's too wide in the eyes.
I didn't notice that at all.
And this here is too wide. Like the proportions, I think, are off. It's kind of looks
it's nice.
unfinished, like it's in the middle stage.
I think
the
for
chain
her-
isn't done.
I think for her to stay in this longer, she's gonna have to paint faster.
She might have to change her process.
I went on a real journey, so it started off well. I went really down and had a big lack of confidence, and then I liked how it finished.
I love this painting a lot. I just, up close, it does feel kind of messy. Like I wish it was more
It kind of
refined.
is similar to the one we just looked at,
Yeah.
Festus, yeah. I like the light quality to it, but I think some of the outline maybe, and I think I preferred these guys not to be brought out so much how she had it before. And I wish this face was more refined.
But overall, it's a successful piece.
Yeah.
Now I know what I can paint in 4 hours. It was like a time trial. So, yep, that kind of gives me a basis so I know what I can do.
I think this is my favorite one. I don't know. It's really
It's
well
definitely
done.
one of the strongest ones for sure. Her whole process is great because right from the beginning, she gets the proportions, the accuracy, you know, the
She's
values.
set up for success.
Yeah, so whatever she does after that is, you know, cherry on top.
The
So
ray of light goes through. She's perfected it over the years. It's
Yeah.
a special look. You can tell it.
I started a little slow. I think I got inside of my head a little bit. And then when I relaxed and started to really give myself a pep talk and say, okay, you can do this, I got into the flow of things and I started feeling really good for the last 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Overall, I love the color and the weight of the figure and everything. And the glow is such a good glow. But then there's one thing that it's very symmetrical in exact proportion.
The major thing is in the legs here and the
those
waist.
legs don't belong to that body.
Yeah, he's just missing the waist. So that is something that stands out. But besides that part, I think she did a really good job.
She almost like over refined to a cartoony level too much. Like this is a nice passage in here, but then what's all that? Like it got stylized and I think she's gonna have to be more strategic and she's gonna have to do better.
I am happy that I just pushed through and kept painting until the last second. I definitely think I could keep going many more hours on it, probably like a lot of other artists. There's definitely more details I wanted to do, but I'm happy with where I finished it with the time that we had.
I think this one has a lot of beauty to it, and everything feels pretty proportionate to me. I just know with Melissa's style, she needs a lot of time for details.
Yeah.
So she's gonna have to get quicker.
She's gonna have to get quicker too, yeah. I think though she was at least more strategic, which is what I was hoping more for Bree, where she did focus on this area, get a lot of detail here, even like the breast and those areas. Whereas the deer, the background, it got a little bit messy, but it's further away. So our attention goes where it needs to in the given amount of time.
Yeah.
So I think she did a pretty good job.
I had a lot of time issues. I felt like I wanted to do way more, but it was up to the last moments. But I feel quite happy about it now. Yeah. Halfway through, I felt like, okay, I'm going to be in the bottom 2 probably, but now when I completely finished it, I feel like it might not be that bad.
I happen to love the little detail on the dark surface, which Botticelli was doing, and as a painter with little tiny flowers here. So she captured a nice atmosphere here with cloudy scenes and glowing flowers.
In the beginning process, I moved to oils like after 45 minutes. So I could have done more like in the acrylic stage.
Okay, for this one, I really love how the dark scene has highlights coming in and the different sizes of figures is working very well.
I love how she put a little power statement here. I think an outstanding artist has to, you know, get really good at power statements and believing in themselves because there's a lot of odds against you as an artist. So not only did she do a great painting, it's clear that she's mentally strong as well.
Definitely started off a little rough and kind of just started like a little bit slow, and I was kind of like mixing different colors and I wasn't super loving it, but I was like enjoying the process, and I started finally like refining, and like my voice started to come through a little bit more. I don't know. This one is really tough for me. I think the horses are really off, and that just bothers me the most. I'm like drawn, it's very symmetrical, and I don't like that big white circle behind almost going off the canvas, but not quite. And overall, I think she needs a lot more refinement to really pull this painting off.
Kind of started really well, and then in the middle, just because the art supplies were behaving very differently, kind of got a little panicked. And then I think in the end, I saved it. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling okay.
I believe this one works very well with a nice balance and a figure and her personal style symbols thrown in.
It's one of my favorites.
I do think she played it safe though and didn't really lean into her own style, and she usually does a lot more mark making and bold statements, and I've seen her paint differently, so this is different for her. And I know it's a beautiful painting, but I was kind of expecting and hoping for her to be more using her voice.
I just like how she interpreted Dimitra with, you know, the goddess of earth covering and the butterflies and the collage and, you know, holding this bounty. And I like how she characterized it.
I would work more in acrylic because I think oils aren't really my thing, and I think I overworked it at the end, but
I think this is done with excellence. I think the skill is exceptional for the amount of time, and compared to a lot of them here. The face looked terrible, scary. I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna lose. But she pulled it off. Like, she beautified the face, so it works.
There's a flow in the hair. It comes out, it's like mystical, the fade, the transition. Beautiful coloring is, what a glow. Using green is so powerful.
I think it's sellable too.
Yeah, I think she did a really good job.
I feel good about the painting, even though I had a serious breakdown moment, beginning of a stroke. And I really had a hard time getting into the flow after, but I was able to finish it, and it's definitely not as refined as I would have liked, but I feel good, and I think it'll be fine.
So, you just experienced your first challenge, and now it's time to see the results. This has been an intense day, and the emotions have been really high, but it's only gonna get more emotional from here, because sadly, one of you will go. It's time to find out your fates. So the first group that I'm calling forward is Anna, Sabrina, and Katrina. Could you please step forward? So the three of you are safe. You came in first place, all three tied for first place.
Congratulations, you guys. It really is an incredible tie.
You three did an outstanding job, and you should be very proud of yourselves.
I know this was a battle for all of you, and you've made it successfully. So you can go on to the next round, and we'll see you for the next challenge.
I definitely thought I could have done better because I had, halfway through, I was about to give up. I was feeling really sick, and then to get back into the flow after was just like really difficult. But it picked up, and I was just like, I gotta do this. I gotta finish it. I gotta refine it, and I guess that paid off.
We're doing this to be better. I think we all kind of came up to so much resistance today, and what makes an outstanding artist is fighting that resistance and pushing forward.
I think that it's really important to know that we can always be building our confidence. We can always be increasing our skill. We could always make decisions more efficiently. So yeah, I did have confidence at the beginning, but it really feels good to be able to up that a notch and take it into the next challenge.
So the next group of contestants that I'm calling forward is Jessie, Nicolette, Tanya, Ava, Tarana, Melissa, and Tanya Johnston. You did awesome. Your paintings look incredible, and it was an incredibly tough challenge. It was not easy, and you all persevered, so congratulations. You'll be making it on to the next challenge.
Thank you.
And finally, Naomi, Ritika, Bree. So before we get to who is being eliminated, I want you all to know that you did an amazing job as well. And this does not reflect upon you as an artist, because you are all incredible artists in your own right. And outside of this challenge, you are all incredibly successful, and you make amazing artwork, and we love your art. However, one person must be eliminated from each episode, and so that's how it is with this challenge as well.
Yeah, this was a very hard decision for us. Very, very hard. We were deciding for such a long time, and I know all of you worked so hard to be here, so it's very tough.
At the end of the day, though, the scores came in, and it is what it is. So first, Naomi, you're safe. You'll be in the next challenge. Oh. Bree and Ritika, I will tell you that it came down to 0.3 points. So it was not an easy choice for any of them. It was very close. And Ritika, unfortunately, you've been eliminated.
It's just, I don't know, I could just feel it before you guys announced. Somehow, because I knew that I could have done better, but I just never thought that I'll get eliminated in the first round.
I know this isn't the best timing, but congratulations, Bree, on making it on to the next challenge. You'll be competing just as the same as everyone else.
Don't know why I'm the one to deserve a second chance. I'm grateful for it, so I can keep learning and improving, but I'm also sad that Ritika's leaving, because she's also one of my roommates, so we get along really well, and she's come really far. We traveled from India. She's had a lot of ups and downs, and so we're close now, and I mean, I know it's part of the competition, but it's still hard, so.
Ritika, I'm sad for you. We all are, but it's the way it goes. And unfortunately, this is gonna happen every time we do a competition. And any one of us, me included, any day of the week, do a bad painting and lose. And it doesn't speak to your destiny, Ritika. And you're an amazing person, an amazing artist, and you know, we all wish you the best. And we know that going forward, you're gonna change the world, okay?
Never got anything easy. So it's always, you know, always, you know, getting things after a lot of struggle. So, but here I thought, you know, this is my forte, this is who I am.
Unfortunately, Ritika, your time is over and you have to leave. We all know this is difficult, but the journey has just begun. This is The Outstanding Artist.
I hope this provokes you a little bit. I did not really see any of you very creative. It's so predictable.
Just kind of rebuild up the confidence just a little bit, because you just get a little humbled down.
Tonight at 12 a.m.
I'm only in the competition now because I took a risk and I find it really harsh.
I was just like a deer in headlights. I was so just like, oh, I thought I actually did it, you know, a good painting.
Going forward, we don't want you guys to play it safe.
That's what's gonna make you win.